There's one thing I want you to do for me.
What?
Come here.
What?
Win.
1, 2.
What are we waiting for?
Check me out right here, yo.
Do it. How you feel what's about to happen on this field, man? They gonna get it to us. We got to take it. They want to black out. We gonna get one black out. Stay together and keep fighting. Now, time and knuckle up. Do everything they move.
And it is Ertz touchdown.
Brian Westbrook, he's gone. Touchdown. And the Eagles win. The Eagles win. Let's get into it all day. Relentless, relentless, relentless. All your spirit, all your power, all your love. Give me what you got. Right here, right now. You ain't ready for a fight? Go ahead, go home. You got some this gonna be for 4 quarters. A fight. We always win when we fight together. That's how winning is done.
Now get out there and do it. There's one thing I want you to do for me.
What?
Come here. Win.
Yes, sir. And that's what we plan to do. Always. Man Cave Media, Most Fila ENT. It's your boy Scully holding it down. Y'all know what week it is. Not yet. It's Sunday still. We doing a preview to the Super Bowl week. Y'all know Man Cave gonna be all on it. Big Scully, Big Mike, Big JAE. We here. But yes, the jet is in the air. We heading. We back. Philly 216, 215 Cleveland, second home. You know what it is. 215. Look, the Jets in the air just landed in Vegas. We here. We gonna do a little preview. But as always, y'all know how the flight does. The only bird that's an eagle that flies through a storm instead of away from it. A storm allows the eagle to enter a space it can normally reach in normal weather. So the weather's good in Vegas. It's in a dome. I mean, it's go time. There's nothing much to talk about. All the haters are still there. All the, haters on both sides. You got the Chiefs, everybody. Hey, I heard that nobody's going to watch this Super Bowl. That's what I heard. Nobody's going to watch this Super Bowl at all. What's up, Yoli? How you feeling? Jesus. I know, Jesus. Chiefs win. I already know. I know. You had the Commanders winning. But here we go. It is what it is. It's set in stone. The colors and the logo is all matching. So y'all know what it is. Look, the Jets are up in the air. They've landed. It's almost time for all the shenanigans. Y'all know how it is. They got the special podium with all the players asking them goofy questions and crazy stuff. But we starting a little preview off today, Sunday, no football. It just feels weird now, right? It feels weird with no football right now. But that's only because it's the big show. It's the week of the big show. And we know how, the Chiefs have dominated, looking for a three-peat. I ain't got to get into all the politics about it all. Got the refs on their side, got Taylor Swift in the booth, commercials on deck, Kelsey, Mahomes, the great Chiefs, the great Andy Reid. We know. The dynasty, they say even if they lose this game, that some say that the Chiefs have already solidified their dynasty. Obviously working on 3 championships, possibly 4 in the last few years. But on the other side of that gang green, that Kelly green, that Philly green, if there's one team other than the Chiefs that have placed themselves in the last 7 years amongst some of the best, it's been the Eagles. I mean, 2 Super Bowls out of the last 3 years, came up short a couple years ago against the same team. That just builds up the drama for this game, man. It's going to be beautiful. I mean, yes, don't get it twisted. Nobody wants to see the Chiefs win unless you live in Missouri, Kansas City, right? Nobody. But that's why it adds to the flavor of the Super Bowl. Mind you, the Super Bowl a couple years ago, people want to boycott the Super Bowl. I get it. I think the refs are going to let them play because they know the eye is on this game. The eyes are on the Chiefs. The eyes are on the refs, right? But 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when this team, this was a phenomenal Super Bowl. I mean, a phenomenal Super Bowl. It really came down to the gritty. It was like 30-30 something. You know, I think 38-35. It was so close. It was a heartbreaker, man, for Philly. It's a heartbreaker. You know, our heart is still kind of hurting a little bit, but you know how easy it is? It's like having a girlfriend, a hot girl. You know what the easiest way to get over a hot girl is to get another hot girl. That's the easiest way to get over. So instead of having a Super Bowl loss, waste no time, get right back. And we here. It's almost Monday. Man Cave is going up all week. Super Bowl week. I'm just revving y'all up. I'm revving Philly up. I'm revving the Eagles fan. I'm revving the haters. I already know the comments, the chat. Yo, what up, Daniel? Yeah, I'd rather see the Chiefs win. I mean, hey, you want, I know a lot of people want to see that 3 in a row. It's never been done before. They want to three-peat. And a dynasty. Mahomes has 1 L on his record from the GOAT and Tom Brady. That's his only L with the Bucks when they really dominated. Probably the only game we've ever seen Mahomes get really beat down, beat up. It's been a tough year for the Chiefs, but it's been a tough, 15-win season? I mean, how can you even say that? But Mahomes has had a season that he's looked normal. He's looked average. He's thrown a lot of picks. He's been banged up, a lot of injuries. Then you got the Eagles who have, I mean, I've talked about it all year. You know, on paper, Mike caught it. Big Mike caught it. It wasn't because me and him homies. That's my dog. But, of course, he going to pick the Browns over the Eagles? Come on now. You know he a Brown. But he knew what it was. On paper, the Eagles have the best team in the league. Not knowing that this defense and the secondary was going to be this good. Nobody's seen this coming. Let's just call it what it is, right? But on paper, all the names, all the, the weapons on top of this team going to the Super Bowl a couple years ago, right? Now you add the Matrix, Saquon Barkley to this offense, and you see what happens, right? Jay Cooper. You think the Chiefs going to win. We all think something going to happen, right? But only some of us know, right? Hey, a lot of people going with the Chiefs. It's going to be a war. I think it's going to be even a better war. I don't even know if it could be a better war than the last one a couple years ago. The difference is this Eagles defense is way better. Jalen Hurts is in the zone. I'm going to have some comment. I brought the homies with me. They in the air. I think they landed in Vegas. They getting ready. They probably, getting that good crab leg dinner, getting ready for Monday and all the shenanigans at the Super Bowl table, all the goofy reporters asking goofy questions. I mean, right, Jesus? That's the question. Can the Chiefs slow down Barkley? And the Eagles are coming off. This is the best matchup that you can have to finally dethrone the Chiefs. To kill a dynasty, I'm going to say it all week, ladies and gentlemen. To kill a dynasty, you got to become a dynasty, right? 3 Super Bowls in 7 years, 2 victories, 1 L. That's a baby dynasty, right? And if you dethrone the dynasty in the Chiefs, then who's up next up standing? That's what's all on the meat rack right now, man, this week. That's what's all on the Saquon. Jesus says, can the Chiefs shut down Saquon Barkley? We know that the Eagles defense has shut down some of the best backs all season. And the Chiefs are struggling to run the ball, right? And let me add to you, 55, double nickel. Jay was wondering why I was holding that double nickel up all last week. That 55, looking like young Wilt Chamberlain. 55, most points ever scored in the championship round. The Eagles are coming off of their best game in a game where nobody thought it was going to happen offensively, defensively. And now you face the juggernaut. Now you face the juggernaut that has added protection with striped referees running around. Hey, I don't think that I think some calls, affect some games. But overall, I'm not going to take nothing away from Mahomes, the Chiefs, this great defense, Spags on the defensive coordinator, and the great Andy Reid, man. It's just crazy that right now we're looking at 2 baby dynasty, big dynasty. Andy Reid has something to do with all of it. It's really crazy what's going down, but that's sports. But the Eagles are coming off their highly 55 double nickel best offensive game of the year, and we talking about windy conditions, cold weather. Now we going to the dome. Woo! We going to the dome. No wind, no snow, no rain. Dome. Lace them up, bruh. You got to stop Barkley. You got to stop A.J. Brown, the phenom, swole Batman. You got to stop skinny Batman, Devontae. Get back out there now. You know what I mean? Goddard and his defense. Well, y'all know how I feel about things, and I will give my score at the end. I'm going to be giving my score all week because it's going down, man. It's excitement time. You know, 215. Mad love for 216. I saw that in the intro. Love Cleveland. My Cleveland Bulls show Philly love. They all repping for the Eagles. Nobody wants to see the Chiefs win. Nobody wants to see that 3-peat. It's time to end the juggernauts. You know what I mean? And a big piece of it is I'm so thankful, and this may be his last game. Man, it may be his last game. There's only 2 players left from that 2017 Super Bowl, I think. If you want to quote me on that, I kind of put some baggage in that. I believe in that. Is Lane Johnson and BG, right? Brandon Graham, the great Brandon Graham, with the big sack on Tom Brady in the Super Bowl to bring that first Super Bowl. To start this whole 7-year, it's been bumpy. Last year was a bumpy, miserable ride, but it don't get as miserable as the midgets, the Cowboys, and the Bills. Damn, that's miserable. But we had a miserable year last year. But year before Super Bowl, 2017 Super Bowl champion, a couple years ago, Super Bowl loss, back in it again, loaded, ready to go. We fully loaded. BG injured, big loss, I think, to this team a couple of weeks ago. But he's back. He's back. He's practicing. He's ready to go. It's going to be crazy. It might be his last game. He might pull a Peyton Manning and ride out with the trophy. A lot of players have done it, man. It would be special for him to get it and ride out, even though the man's had a great year. And I think he's got more in him, and he might get, if we get this one, he might be hungry to come back for the next one. Let's hear from BG. Let's see what BG talking about.
Man, I'm all smiles right now, man. Just enjoying, just the whole ride. Just been rehabbing, getting to this moment, trying to keep everything in, just trying to make sure that I just, do whatever I can for the team. And, we just been pushing, trying to get back, and everything went good so far.
What are some of the benchmarks from here on out? Is it just how you feel after practicing a few days? Just what are the things that would, keep you from playing in the game?
Well, I think if I'm really striking and it's not feeling really good, today I struck a little bit and I didn't feel anything, so I'm not really worried about it. But we is gonna ramp it up a little more every day, and I'm just happy that I ain't out of shape. That's the biggest thing, because it's been a little while, but it was cool to kind of get individual. And then tomorrow I'll probably get some team reps. And it was good, but we're just taking it one day at a time. Just trying to go out there and help the team. We're trying to go.
Yo, man, it's good to see this guy back. Whatever he can do to add to that pressure on Mahomes is big. Sean Bowman. What up, Big Bowman? I got the big chief in here. Sean Bowman's a huge Chiefs fan. Now, the other day, that's my dog. We tried to get in the hot tub. We was too late getting in the hot tub and shit. It's so disappointing when you get your mom ready for the hot tub and then the bitch closed early. That's some bullshit, right? Right, Sean? But that's where BG gonna be all week. Hot tubbing it, rehabbing, getting ready to put that pressure on Mahomes, because all that does is add a little bit more pressure. We're gonna knock Mahomes around. We're gonna beat him up. But the good thing about Brandon Graham going down is the resurgence of that defensive line and that end. And Jalen Carter, we already know the name. We know what he's turning into. We know that he's the anchor on that defensive line. But because of BG being hurt, Nolan Smith, man, has really stepped up. What, 4 or 5 sacks in the playoffs? Like, man, he hasn't had that in 2 years. He's had more sacks in the last 3.5 4 games than he's had in a whole 2 years. And that's because BG went down and he stepped up and did his thing. So in addition of, I don't even care if this man is just sling that arm up, bro. Inject that John. Get in that hot tub all week. Know what I mean? Me and Sean know about that hot tub. We hot tub dogs, paws. We hot tubbing. Know what I mean? Shoot whatever it is. I think it's shoot it up, man. You got a whole off season to get ready. This is it. The weapons on this Eagles team is obviously everybody wants to talk about Jalen Hurts and numbers and stats and all that. I get it. We'll have Jalen talk about numbers and stats in a minute, but none of that matters. None of that matters. The only thing that matters is banners and trophies. It's Kobe Bryant month. Rest in peace to the Mamba. You can like me, you can hate me, but you got to respect my rings and my trophies and my banners. And we one game away from getting a banner and Jalen Hurts shutting up all the critics. Because you can't say nothing when you get a Super Bowl. Ask Eli Manning. That's why you're going to the Hall of Fame, right? Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Okay, Mike. I got you. Mad love. You should have seen me in the intro. I'm like, yo, 215, now 216. The Browns are coming. They're going to deal with Deshaun Watson. And then hey, look, how long did we wait for 2017 with the Eagles? How long did we wait for a Super Bowl, right? And look what 2017 has turned into for the Eagles organization for the last 8 years. 3rd Super Bowl appearance. The Browns can turn it around just like any other franchise. Just got to make the right moves, you know? Sean, yes, I have one problem. You need to put a Chiefs hoodie on. Look around, Sean Bowman. You don't see no red, do you? You see any red? Do you see any red? You know what? I ain't commenting on that, Sean. But at the end of the day, the weapons. Everybody wants to talk about Jalen Hurts and the numbers. Yeah, the numbers. Rings matter better, more than numbers, right? Mind you, 3 years ago, lost to the Super Bowl, lost phenomenal game, outplayed Mahomes, right? Miles Sanders as your running back. Where's Miles Sanders at? Mad love to Miles Sanders. We love Miles Sanders. But where's Miles Sanders at right now? Backup running back for the Panthers. You know what I mean? Chuba Hubbard, that's that number one dude. Miles Sanders, bro. Gainwell was the number one. Miles Sanders fumbled on the first drive. He was a little bit nervous in the Super Bowl. I get it. They didn't even let his nerves settle down. He fumbled. They went right to Gainwell, right? Our backup running back right now, Gainwell, right? I think he's going to be a big part of this game as well. But the difference is Saquon Barkley, this is a better team than us outplaying the Chiefs. And the Chiefs were better then, right? And we still got that feeling of a loss. I can only imagine the feeling when those guys saw that confetti. There's only 2 feelings you have in sports, and both of them are at the upper and the lower of the spectrum. Hoisting the championship and losing the championship. There is no middle ground to that. Everyone else doesn't even get to feel that because they didn't even make it. But hoisting it and losing it is something that I feel like a lot of pro athletes have never even seen or felt. Charles Barkley, for instance. I mean, yeah, they lost the finals. So he knows what it'll feel like to lose. But some great players have never even got a chance to hoist or drop the trophy. Those feelings don't leave. And that was only 2 years ago. So the fire in this team of losing to this same team, people think they're not going to watch this Super Bowl. Yeah, okay. It's starting to rev up. Watch Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, by Friday, by Saturday. It's going to be buzzing, man, because it's going to be this is 2 of the best top 10, the last 10 years, 2 of the best dynasties as far as, I mean, obviously the Chiefs have been the dynasty because no one can beat them. But at the end of the day, the Eagles have been the closest team to beating them and been relevant. So you got the best team. This is what we want to see. I told Mike, I told Jay, I told the man K. We're gonna talk about it all week. I wanted the Bills to go because I love Josh Allen. Pause. Bills fans are crazy like we Eagles fans are, and they deserve it. But I really didn't want to get the Bills another L in the Super Bowl because we just talked about winning and losing. I said, you know what? Who I want to see? Who took some jewelry? Who took our necklace? We left our necklace at your house, Sean. I left my jewelry at your house, dog. We coming to get it. I hope you home. You're gonna kill me. Hey, I got a Chiefs jersey. I do. I collect jerseys. You know how you seen the cave. You seen the man cave. Got jerseys everywhere. I got a Larry Johnson jersey. He was at Penn State and then went to the Chiefs. I'm not even going to say what just entered my head about wearing a Chiefs hat. I'm just going to keep it moving on to the Slim Reaper. One of the weapons that's going to make sure this game goes Philly's way. We're taking the trophy back to the East Coast. Skinny Batman.
What play did you think of?
Back in high school, my senior year, 4th round of playoffs, we needed to stop to basically go to state. And the team was driving. They were like inside the 10. And it was like a pile of us, and I had stripped the ball out. And just thinking about, everybody that was in that pile, how everybody was, trying to get the ball out just to stop them.
What does it mean to you to play Super Bowl in Louisiana?
It means a lot. Not just because it's back at home, but, this was the end goal, to get to the Super Bowl. But, just going out there, make sure we finish the right way.
But is it any special to be home? I mean,
yeah, definitely. I don't have to pay for flights, don't have to pay for rooms and stuff, so.
Hey, yeah. So, you're seeing a lot of Devontae's gone. I think AJ's going to have the big game, but I think equally they're going to challenge. They're going to make it, like everybody's keying in on Saquon, right? So, the offense opens up with the passing game of Saquon Barkley as well. And speaking of that passer, my QB1, dog. Get your respect out there. All the haters hating on Jalen Hurts.
Jalen, coming off performance like you are offensively as a team, and the old adage, you want to play your best football late in the season. Do you feel you guys are doing that as an offense?
I think it's about efficiency. It's about winning at this point. It's always been about winning. But, when you're able to win in a number of different ways, it's just about mastering whatever the plan is in that particular game and in that particular moment, and just making sure everyone's on the same page when we go out there and execute.
What's your most vivid memory of that last Super Bowl?
Sorry?
What's your most vivid memory of that Super Bowl?
Next question.
Right, next. Here we go. It's Sunday night. They already asking goofy questions. What would be the thing that you learned, that you remember from the Super Bowl? Losing. Next question. Come on, man. Like, I'm taking leadership over stats any day. I'm taking leadership over stats. Jalen Hurts is a leader, man. I just see the focusedness in this kid. I see the zone. I see him thinking about that feeling. That feeling I just told y'all about that confetti falling on his head, watching Mahomes get number 2, get number 3 for him. He remember that feeling. Athletes remember that feeling. People, all of us, artists, musicians, they remember that feeling when they didn't get that trophy or that crown, right? It's a burning fire sensation inside you that make you want to get back. Now he's back, right? Now he can't leave none of that paper on the table. You can't leave none of that jewelry. We can't leave another necklace in the Super Bowl. We can't let Mahomes have another piece of jewelry that belongs to us. And I see it on Hurts' face. He's coming. And I think A.J. Brown's going to have a big day because they got to feed. This is the game where, even though you got Saquon Barkley, you saw it against the Commanders, double nickel. Got to feed the ball down the field, open up everything. Let's see what AJ got to say before he hopped on the flight to Vegas or Louisiana.
You made a comment about the feeling like a paid actor at the league. Can you kind of expand on that and what you mean by that?
Yeah. Yeah, it's really it's about us, but it's not about us in that way. We have so much we have to do for everyone else, and for the media, the fans, and there's only so little time that we get to, focus on what's important, and that's the game. And we have to do a really good job of staying locked in and staying focused. And even when I said a paid actor, even the game, it's so many commercials and everything, you can't never really get in the rhythm. The whole week is just really different. So you guys just try to stick within your routine as much as you can, and not get carried away with everything.
Did I say Vegas? I meant New Orleans. It's time to go to Vegas. That's what's on my mind. Betting that money that the Eagles going to beat the Chiefs, double that money up in Vegas on the blackjack table. That's right. AJ Brown. I love AJ, man. Pause. I love AJ. Because I love the fact that this kid, he like, man, I'm just here so I don't get fined. Like all the shenanigans. Like now most of these players don't even want to go through this whole week of the reporters and the Super Bowl hype and all the goofy stuff that happens Monday through Friday, But he's just saying, man, I got to get this done. But none of this matters. Everything I'm saying to you, none of this stuff matters because they all remember that L. They all remember that L, man. He was there. AJ was there for the L. Devontae, everybody, mostly except for the defensive rookies and second-year players. Everybody was here for this L. They all know what the feeling is like. They all know that they put it on the line, and they all know they were this close to getting that chip. And a lot of professional athletes, majority professional athletes, never get that close to the chip. Now you another step closer to another chip, and it's a big moment. So I feel like, AJ Brown, and then and they don't really want to do none of this press. I get it. I wouldn't want no cameras in my face for a whole week while I'm about to play the second biggest big game of my career. But that's what professional athletes do. That's what they got to deal with. And, I'm only here so I don't get fined, right? And let's get to practice. Let's get to the game. We got a whole week to talk about it, but it's going to fly by. And the anticipation is going to build with this game. So all the haters saying that they're going to boycott the Super Bowl. Why you want to boycott the end of a dynasty? Don't you want to see the end of a dynasty? Don't you want to see the beginning of a new dynasty? That's fun to watch. I'll be there. So will Saquon Barkley.
On and off the field. So, a lot of the success that I've been having this year, Coach Singleton's key to that.
Anything specifically you can share that?
Yeah, there's so much, but the biggest thing for me that sticks out, in my mind was a conversation that we had coming into the season where, he kind of expressed how he feels about me as a player and how he views me as a player and how I need to start viewing myself as that, and that this year could be a year where we can do something special, and basically challenge me to do that and let me know that he has my back during it. And so far we've been doing some special stuff this year.
Saquon, Jordan was just talking about how close this team has become. Some of the clips from the game, just the excitement you showed when Will was able to get in the end zone. What has it meant to you to be part of this group as you reach this point?
It's been everything. It's crazy to think about how close I am to a lot of these guys when, however many months ago, I just walked in the building and we're familiar with a lot of them, going against them and knowing them through competing, but being able to actually develop relationships and friendships with these guys has been everything, and it's been super fun. It's been a great process for me, whether it's on the golf course, whether it's in the weight room, or crazy conversations that we have in the lunchroom.
Swag, that coat swag. I got to get that coat, yo. That's fire. It was always Super Bowl or bust with this team. When you added Saquon Barkley, it was always Super Bowl or bust. Minus Saquon Barkley, this team was this close to winning a Super Bowl. If it wasn't for the greatness of Patrick Mahomes and his hurt knee, quote unquote, ankle, and finding a way to get the first down, this would be trophy number 3 they going for in 7 years. It was always Super Bowl or bust, and we haven't busted, but pressure bust pipes, right? And there's a lot of pressure on the Chiefs to get this third one. And I don't feel like the Eagles got any pressure. We put the double nickel up on the Commanders when everybody thought it was going to be tight in a bad weather game. Now you sitting in New Orleans in a dome with a team that, to me, when they play their number 55 points, a lot of that, defense, a lot of that Saquon Barkley. But let me remind y'all of something, because y'all keep reminding me of stuff. Jalen Hurts hasn't even played his best game yet. So what does a double nickel happen? What when he plays his best game like he did, minus the fumble in the other Super Bowl with the Chiefs, when he plays his best game, and then you add Saquon and you add the feeling of the hype and the focusedness of just dropping a double nickel on your division rival in NFC Championship, which never happened before. We haven't seen the best of this team. That's scary. Pressure bust pipes. It's dynasty killing season. Y'all understand that? Y'all gonna understand that this time next week. That's why I'm doing this show right now, so I can lead y'all into the week of the Man Cave about to go in and ham with all the statistics and all the fun shit and all the goofy stuff at the podium. But it's the flight. We here again.
So when your number is called, you have to make it, because you never know how the flow of the game is going to be. It may be a drive where you're hot, and the next few drives you might not touch the ball. So you got to make the most of your opportunities. When the ball comes to you, make the play.
It comes from Philly.
Y'all thought I was crazy. Y'all still think I'm crazy.
That's exactly what I'm
saying.
asking.
God crazy wrote about. He said a lot of things. I said a lot of things. That one thing I said, I meant it.
So why did you say that then?
You know why? Stop asking them questions. You know why I said that. Answer that question yourself.
Well, I'm not going to say it.
No, you know why I said that.
You said that.
Everybody talk about the front runners and the big guys in the division and conference, but in order to be a big dog and be a leader, you got to be able to win and get to the big stage. And that's what Coach Lee has done, his team has done. So, as I said, it runs through Philly. When I was in Detroit, I was saying the same thing. So, the message is like, you got to fit for your team. If you can't say that, then why are you talking?
You gotta love CJ Gardner, bro. You got to love this dude, man, because he was on the team when we lost the Super Bowl to the Chiefs. He said, "Yo, y'all think I'm crazy." He plays safety in the NFL. You got to be a little crazy to just go full speed and be trying to take dudes' heads off, right? But he right. Detroit, he had an injured year, but damn, look at that. The last three, he's had one of the last three best years of anybody's career. Who would not want to go to the chip 3 years in a row, or at least get as far as he's gotten in 3 years? Now he's back with the Eagles, which was a phenomenal pick back up from Howie Roseman. Way to drop the ball and then pick it back up and start dribbling again like you ain't traveled, right? Got CJ Gardner back. He's the hard hitter in this secondary. And like he said, and you can see him already. It's Sunday, and they already like getting aspirated by the questions. Like, come on, man, stop asking dumb questions. You're going to get like 7 days of these dumbass questions. Just got, like A.J. Brown said, man, you just got to suck it up. Or you know what's even better? You got to be ice cold. You got to be freezer cold. Like, when you leave that ground meat in the freezer for like 3 years and you take it out, that shit's ice cold. You know who reminds me of ice cold? QB1. Cool and cold cucumber. Pause.
Saying in the locker room that the increased intensity of practice from training camp on kind of brought the team together in a lot of ways, made everyone closer, kind of bonded. Did you sense that as training camp practices were longer and you guys have been coming to Monday and that kind of thing?
I think the more time you're able to put in work together with the guys next to you, usually the better the outcome, because there's been time spent, time on task, a lot of communicating, a lot of ups and downs that you go through together. Those things always pay off in the end.
Tim, was there any point or time during the season where you or win even, where you thought, yeah, we can get back to the Super Bowl?
When it began.
Facts. When were we getting to the Super Bowl? Soon as the season started. What else are we thinking about? It was just there. You know what you got to respect, man? And all of us can relate to that, is a artist or an athlete or a person that always gets hated on, always gets told they can't do it. Oh, so many naysayers, college, high school, pros, and they just put the work in. They say the right things, they do the right things, and they just keep winning. And then eventually haters are going to run out of ammo. Like, you know, when you done clicking, click, 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 you're out of shots, bruh. You all done with your shots. And then you just keep focusing. And that's what Jalen Hurts is, man. Stats or no stats. I want somebody that's going to stand up there, take it on the shoulders, represent the city of Philly like the people are. We wear that shit here. We talk that big shit. We walk that big shit. And we all about it. You know what I mean? Like, that's why people hate him. That's why people hate Philly. You know, but hungry dogs run faster. They hungry. The look in this kid's eyes is starting to remind me. I think he's starting to realize exactly what the man cave, me, Mike, and Jay been saying all last couple weeks. If he gets this Super Bowl and ends this Chiefs run and puts this Eagles team on his back and show all the naysayer and haters, you know, even though he hasn't turned the ball over since like Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? Like the last time he turned the ball over, y'all was eating turkey and dry cranberries. Like, stop it, bro. Come on, man. Quit it. Quit the hate. But if he gets this Super Bowl and ends the Chiefs, I mean, what else is there to do? Do it again in next year, you know, and this team is built for that. But the dude is ice cold, man. Like, I'm not even going to front to you. I can, as an artist, as somebody that's in entertainment, I can respect somebody always hating on you, or you got people you grew up with. You know, imagine the people that you grew up with and you out here doing great things and they watching you, but they keeping a side eye and not really showing you love. Imagine being a professional and having to deal with that and then proving and just getting better and keep leading and then going up there on the podium and being ice cold with it. It's a rare breed, bruh. That's why he wear that Jordan shit. They knew he was rare, but he got to win. Enough gassing up, enough pump faking, enough of the goofy shit. It's time to win. This is one of the weapons I got a feeling that AJ's going to have a huge game. Let's listen to AJ one more time on the flag.
Yeah, absolutely. It helped out a lot, you know, because, you know, I've been turning down media left and right. You know, I'm required. I got to do this, you know, but
I appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. But it don't matter. You know, none of this stuff matters. These are just words. And, you know, regardless of whatever anybody get up and say, you got to go out and play your best, you know, and you know what we're playing for.
Yeah, so, right. I mean, like I just said, it's not much to talk about, man. You know, we got a week of fun shit, a week of hyping, and then we got a game that's going to put a lot of gray hairs on a lot of people, especially if you're Eagles and Chiefs fans, because the Chiefs want that 3. The Eagles fans want that second one. And, you know, it's going to be a war, man. I'm not getting into a lot of the breakdowns and the statistics of it because we got all week to do that. But all I'm going to say is this is a critical moment for all of these players. And I'm talking Philly because we know the Chiefs, this ain't new to them. This is just another walk in the park for them. This is what they do every year. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, they probably don't even get like extra emotional. You know, remember Nick Sirianni crying 2 years ago during the national anthem. Don't cry this time. Nick, sabotage Nick. I'm still gonna call him Nick Sabotage until he gets the chip. Don't be crying. The first time, I get it. It's real emotion. We're here. I get it. Crying. Act like you've been here before this time. Ain't no crying, bruh. You cry after you win the Super Bowl. Now, then you can cry. Don't cry during the national anthem. Tuck it in, bruh. You know what I mean? Cry after you lift that trophy. Then you can cry. Blood, sweat, and tears cry. I mean, the Chiefs have been there. But Andy Reid, man, you know, if I could sit here and say that the nerves have not kicked in. But we're going to Man Cave Media, Most Fila. Y'all know how we do. I think we're going to do a big little pregame show. Big little, right? That's funny. Big pregame show for the Super Bowl on Sunday before it kicks off. Get into some real hype stuff. And I'll probably be way emotional then. Not emotional, but let me tell you something. We cannot lose another Super Bowl. That's all I'm going to say. Skinny Batman, talk to him real quick on the flight, baby.
What play did you think of?
Back in high school, my senior year, 4th round of playoffs, we needed to stop to basically go to state. And the team was driving. They were like inside the 10. And it was like a pile of us, and I had stripped the ball out. And just thinking about, everybody that was in that pile, how everybody was, trying to get the ball out just to stop them.
What does it mean to you to play Super Bowl in Louisiana?
It means a lot. Not just because it's back at home, but, this was the end goal, to get to the Super Bowl. But, just going out there, make sure we finish the right way.
But is it any special to be home?
Yeah, definitely. I don't have to pay for flights, don't have to pay for rooms and stuff, so.
Ain't nothing like that home cooking in the second biggest game in your career. Home cooking, baby. Like I said, we'll all week we're gonna get into stats and what we think's gonna happen, and we all trying to predict this and different things. But I just want to see you just gotta in a Super Bowl, you just gotta see the greatness from everybody. Everybody has to have their above average game, from the top players to the second tier players to the B players to the bench players, whoever gets in the game. Everybody has to bring their top tier, and the Chiefs always seem to get that whole nucleus clicking. And it's Andy Reid, and he learned from being in Philly, and we got to respect that. But he took jewelry from us. We coming to get this jewelry. Man, it's going to be exciting. It's Sunday. It's a preview to the preview of the week of the previews. We going in. It's the flight. Last time, let's wrap it up with Jalen Hurts, man. Ice cold, brother.
What did you learn from that and that you can apply to returning?
There we go. I think hindsight, from a perspective that everyone has not really experienced that before, everything that comes with the week, I think that it's something that's big. Is just being of good influence on the guys that haven't been there before, being able to answer questions and open that door so everyone's that much closer when we go out there and experience. Because in the end, it's a business trip, and it's an opportunity that we've worked for to have, and we want to take advantage of it.
How long did it take for you to let that loss go?
I moved on to the next season and prepared for that. Obviously, you still have different motivations, and you're motivated by anytime you come up short in anything, and having that perspective of just trying to learn from all of your lessons. So no shortcoming is bigger than the other. You just want to learn from them all.
Kid said, kid in a respectful way. Kid said, no experience is different from any, it's all the same. They talking about the feeling about being in a Super Bowl and how he's going to tell Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith and Cooper DeJean and Quinion Mitchell about the feeling of being in that game. First of all, you can say all you want to say, but I think you got to go out there and feel it to actually know what the feeling is. Look, it's the flight. It's Philly. Y'all know what it is. It's your big boy Scully. It's Most Fila Entertainment. It's Man Cave Media bringing y'all something special on a Sunday night. Grammys is popping. Shit popping. The Super Bowl week about to pop. Look, the Jets have landed in New Orleans. The boot. They call it the boot for a reason. Mardi Gras. It's going to be fireworks. I'm going to leave before, like I said, all week we're going to get into the stats and all the breakdowns, but I'm going to leave the flight. There's one more flight we're going to have, maybe two more flights. We'll see, but it's getting close. There ain't much time for no more flying. Now it's time to win. So it's like, this is my last final breakdown of the Super Bowl on a Sunday going into the week. I think that the Kansas City Chiefs, to beat this Eagles team, is going to have to play their best game. Have we seen the Chiefs' best game all year? Sort of here and there. But on the Eagles side, I think the Eagles don't have to play their best game. And what I mean by that is 55 points last week. All the Jalen Hurts haters, when y'all look at them stats, does that Jalen's best game? Jalen's Super Bowl game was way better statistically against the Chiefs than the Commanders. So 55 points isn't even the Eagles' max. I feel like the Eagles can. So if they can put 55 points up without Jalen Hurts going bananas, that's not our max. So can the Chiefs put up 55 points on the Eagles' defense? Hell no. So you see why I say the Chiefs, to beat the Eagles, the way we're playing in the health and having BG back and everybody confident, knowing we've been there before, and this system, the Chiefs have got to play their best game. They cannot have turnovers. If they turn over this ball and the Eagles play like they did last week, not turning over the ball. We're not even talking about Jalen Hurts throwing 3 touchdowns or 4 touchdowns and then 2 tush pushes and Saquon going off. I mean, that's a lot of points. So to me, all the pressure's on the Chiefs because of the 3P. And they deal with pressure. And they may not feel the pressure. But when the fourth quarter comes, and if it's a tight game, and they looking up and they see that 3P, something that's never been done before, it's going to be a lot of pressure on the Chiefs. They have to play their best game to beat Philly. Philly does not have to play their best game to beat the Chiefs. They just have to win the game and do the right things right to win the game. But if we play our best game against the Chiefs, I don't know what kind of scorecard I'll be holding up next Monday. Actually, it'll be Sunday right about this time. Game starts at 6. Game's about 4 hours. Y'all know me, man. I'll be looking for them haters. 10, 11 o'clock, I'll throw the flight on 10, 11 midnight. It Super Bowl night. Who gives a damn? If you sleep, you miss it. But if you're up, then we celebrate. Know what I mean? The flight is Jay. Man Cave Media, Most Feel Entertainment, man. Subscribe. Tell your friends. Let them know that the conglomerate is here. We the #1 podcast team running in this shit. We got the open mic on Saturday. Open mic just went up last night. Check it out. A lot of hot topics on that. Chief seats. Y'all know what it is. Man Cave. Shit. Thursday off the Rizzles. Like the train be off the track. We here, man. We here for y'all. So support, show love, do y'all thing. We're going to get into a week of Super Bowl previews, but I had to get it cracking because y'all already know what's here. It's the flight. We here, and we here to get some jewelry. We love y'all, man. Other birds run from storm weather. Eagles actively engage these stronger winds, and instead of seeking shelter, they use the turbulence to push itself higher, propelling flight. So we've flown all the way to New Orleans, and we landed. Good night. See you soon.
There's one thing I want you to do.
What?
Come here.
What?
Win.
What are we waiting for?
You know what you gotta do. Do it.
How you feel what's about to happen on this field, man? They ain't gonna get it to us. We got to take it. They want to black out. We gonna get one black out. Stay together and keep fighting. Down. It's time to knuckle up. You hear everything that move.
Touchdown.
Brian Westbrook, he scored. Touchdown. And the Eagles win. The Eagles win. Let's get into it all night. Relentless. Are you spirit? Are you power? Are you love? Give me what you got. Right here. Right now. If you ain't ready for a fight, go ahead and go home. Because that's what this gonna be for 4 quarters. A fight. We always win when we fight together.
That's how winning is done.
Now get out there and
Two.